Alright everybody, it's episode 25 of your girlfriend's favorite podcast. We're a quarter of the way to 100 episodes, so we're gonna give ourselves a round of applause.
I'm proud.
We're a quarter of the way to 100, dude, so we've been doing this shit we've been actually committed to something.
We've been talking shit for 25 episodes.
No, we've been talking shit for 25 episodes. You came when things were nice. We got a backdrop now, we're on camera, you came when things were already, dope already. Listen, how you doing today, man? You seem a little subdued today.
Yeah, I'm just chilled.
You just chilled today.
Just chilled.
Not your regular charismatic self.
There's been no content for me.
He's been bored.
Yeah.
What have you been doing? How come you haven't been on the bus this week?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm on a semester break. So I'm only going back on the first week of June.
First week of June.
So
Damn,
I got
dude.
one more week of this left, and it's boring. Just chilling.
Do something
My
with your life.
mind's not.
Record an individual podcast. I found that's very therapeutic.
Yeah, you were ranting then.
I was right. I needed to get some things off my chest because here we don't really speak about hip hop a lot. I don't know if that's because Ips doesn't listen to hip hop.
I feel like no one gets their niche though. Like you would love to talk about hip hop.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk about soccer. Ips would probably love to talk about art.
Sentimental stuff.
Thing is, we both like to listen to speak about hip hop and soccer. That's the thing. We can both speak about that, but then we need to find a middle ground for.
You don't have to. I feel like you guys can do
Talk
it when
around
I'm
you.
not here.
I don't know.
Or
about
talk
that.
around me. I'll just sit there and be weird.
And be weird.
Yeah.
Just smile for the whole hour and a half.
Oh my gosh,
Ips, can you
yes.
please put your phone on silent? This is a professional. This is a professional arrangement that we're running here. This is a very professional operation. Shout out to. Should we shout out our countries? The countries that we're being broadcast in.
Listeners, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
dude, we're shouting out South Africa, Gauteng to be specific, because the rest of the country does not know anything about us. Uganda, Taiwan, America,
Bangladesh.
Canada, Bangladesh. You just love saying Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Every single time you just come
Yes.
with the Bangladesh. Who else do we have?
Chile, Spain,
Chile, Spain, yeah.
South Korea,
Yeah.
and who else? They're like all four corners of the world, man.
Yeah.
You guys love us, we love you back. Yeah.
Shout out to you.
So, where do you guys want to start?
Let me start with the sound.
Start the
Yes.
sound.
Let's get ready.
It's a rumble!
Alright, let's rumble, guys. Let's do
rumble.
this.
So I woke up on a fine Monday morning,
Mm.
and on Twitter, that's like the first thing I check when I wake up.
Yeah,
I see a
do the
Twitter.
Toxic,
Yeah.
but okay.
I know it's bad.
Yes.
Because I wasn't really into Twitter to begin with. I only joined Twitter in like September, so it was weird. I woke up, I checked my trending page, and I see this guy, Larry, right?
Okay.
Larry, Microwave Boys, Noxy. These are the words that were trending for some
Okay.
reason. I think it was Monday or Tuesday morning. I just woke up one day and I saw those words were trending. And I don't know what the fuck happened because everybody had already written their think pieces about the situation, but I don't know what happened. They're just telling me what I should think about Larry now that he has done this thing, but I don't know what the thing that he has done. Okay, so apparently he smacked his chick, or some chick named Noxy.
Okay.
Do you guys know anything about this? Did you see it on your timelines?
Yeah, I saw it.
So what happened, dude?
Well, basically, like the story goes that Larry was abusive and he was a deadbeat as well. So like he didn't really care about his son with this girl or lady, whatever. And when she was pregnant, apparently he abused her physically. Like he pushed her down and kicked her when she was pregnant. And like yeah, so basically she just exposed him, saying she can't take none of this anymore, and now she's gonna let everyone out there know that this angel, this guy was like a club promoter, all happy and jolly.
Larry!
Yeah. He's also a content creator. He's one of us.
So she exposed him. That's not the first time.
Yeah, it's not.
She exposed him once before, and no one took it serious. And then I guess now this time people are taking it very seriously, and yeah, they're canceling him.
I think it happened it's because it happened in a public space, because I know Taboo is for some reason involved with this. Did it happen at Taboo, or is it because it works for Taboo?
It happened in private
Oh,
in their private
okay.
home space.
Yeah.
But because he's like such a prominent figure in the club lifestyle,
Yeah, yeah.
and also Taboo, people obviously notify Taboo like, look what your employee is doing.
So they don't want to associate with him. So it was a PR move.
Yeah.
That's why.
But then Taboo just said they're gonna suspend him and then investigate. And I saw some other girl also like works with Taboo or something. She was saying that he won't get fired because Taboo kind of has like a strike system. So like you get 3 strikes.
But surely there's a degree on the strike, bro. Like, if I work for a company where marijuana is a zero tolerance thing, that means I don't get any strikes. It's 0 tolerance.
Yeah.
But if I work for a place that says, okay, don't perform well at your job 3 times, like fuck up 3 times, where you're not supposed to fuck up, then yeah, then you're out. Like beating a woman needs to be one of those 0 tolerance things where it shouldn't go with strikes.
I feel like the nature of clubs though, how much shady shit happens in a club.
True.
Like, if you really think about it, if they were to fire this guy,
Yeah.
he could easily just come out and be like, well, this and this happens in your establishment. Because we all know what happens in clubs.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
there's
a
lot
dirty
of-
place, bro.
There's a lot of drugs, there's a lot of violence, there's
lot of
a lot of...
sex.
So, both parties have something to lose.
So, I didn't know anything about Larry. He's apparently a super prominent figure. I don't know anything about him. Do you guys know anything about this nigga?
Yeah, I feel like... okay.
I
Besides
have
him
a
being a
friend that
club
used to
promoter.
work under him.
I didn't know anything about him.
He used to be part of those dancing, crumping dudes, the repertoires.
Repertoires! Dude!
Yeah,
Oh, man!
people clown him on the timeline. Like,
Dude, but it was cool at the time, dude. Like, that's
yeah,
really
but
cool.
people writing to him nowadays and like, crump for me, little. Because he's like short as well. So you could literally only like, crump for me, little guy.
Oh, yeah. I actually think Teddy was also part of the repertoires, dude. Teddy, Lulu's brother.
Oh, Teddy, the rapper.
The rapper,
Teddy.
yeah. I think he was also part of the repertoires at some point, but I could be wrong. I remember my brother saying, dude, I saw Olechu's brother at this thing, like where they were performing. So, yeah, that's really cool. Where do you think crumping is in hip-hop culture, bro? Like, where does it rank in terms of, like, impact?
I think...
That was a weird tangent, but it's a good question if you think about it.
I don't know. I feel like we were young when crumping was hype. Like, we were still kids.
Yeah,
Our group,
yeah.
especially. We were in primary school.
Yeah.
I remember
Yes.
that thing was popping when I was in like
Grade
between
5.
grade 4 to like 7 -ish.
Yeah, around there.
So we were really young. But I do remember that in SA, we had like those events, was it Masters of Rhythm? I always wanted to attend one, but I was too young to
Yeah,
even get in.
to even get in shit.
So I think it was such a big thing that there was even hip hop events where dance battles were like the center stage of things.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
like, so I think crumping had a huge impact on hip hop culture in general.
Yeah, I agree.
Where did it start though?
I'm trying to figure out where it came out of, dude. Cause like nowadays, I think I can kind of see where certain dances come from. Like that new one that we do. That looks like a crump move, like a
the
slow
whoa.
motion. And there's the whoa.
Yeah, hit the whoa, man.
Yeah, dude. There's some of those things that I feel like especially those full body dance moves that look like they just come from crunking. Because crunking was that whole it was like rap battling for dance. Like, it was like niggas were in each other's faces, dude. Have you seen their faces?
It's so intense!
I'm gonna eat your heart. Those guys are like crazy. Man. Those guys are crazy. Yeah, those guys. Yeah, I was also like tried to do crumping, and I realized, nah, it's not for my body type. And crunking doesn't look good on chunky niggas.
Make it look good.
Yeah, it looks like I pissed on myself.
Oh my god.
Okay,
So-
that's a strange
Yeah.
thing to say on the pod.
You know, it looks like. So what are we doing? Are we canceling this Larry character? Is everybody canceling him? Is he actually going to be cancelled or what?
Do people even care that much though?
I think
Dude, I don't know. I think it's more about the fact that it's assault that people. That's why people care about it. Like if you're a prominent figure
you know
and you're assaulting people, you shouldn't be allowed to get away with it.
one of the things I noticed was someone on the timeline said, this is going to trend for a day or two, and 3 days later it's going to be forgotten about.
Yep.
And it happened.
And that's exactly what
On
happened.
Friday, there was not a single tweet about Larry.
I didn't even know something like the whole Larry thing was even there.
all the
Like there's
club,
no
yeah.
trace of it at all on my Twitter, at least.
All the club promoters are back to saying, "Oh, happy hour tonight." Like
Yeah,
they don't care
yeah.
anymore. Everyone's just done with
But I
it.
mean, they've got a business to run, bruh. Like, you can't expect businesses to put everything on hold because of one abuse incident. Like, they have
One
businesses.
interesting thing I saw was that the guys at Arcadium and Sipo and them, they ended Microwave Boys same time.
I don't.
Like they
Yeah.
didn't waste time. It was literally
What
like
happened?
the story breaks out in the morning,
I saw
and
that.
2 hours later they're like Microwave Boys is
It's
over.
done.
We're
Yeah.
not
What was
associated.
going on?
When Noxie released the thread about Larry's abuse, then those guys were like, "We don't want to work with an abuser. The whole show is cancelled."
Not only we don't want to work with an abuser, but we don't want to be friends with him either. I retweeted that post and I said, I don't believe you guys. I don't believe for 1 second that they're gonna stop being friends with him. Like, this is your nigga. You guys have known each other forever. He beats one chick one time. Not that I should reduce that for what it is, because it's a very bad thing. But I don't think they're just gonna stop being friends with their nigga. Like, it's all a public. It's an image thing, dude. It's an image thing. They want to be seen as the guys that have a zero tolerance. Yeah, they want to be do-gooders.
Yeah.
They want to be moral authoritarians. I'm like, nah. You niggas, you know that you're still gonna go blaze up with him. You guys are still gonna talk shit together. You're still gonna text. Like, I don't believe it.
I think
bro.
what could have been done better was if they not only said the show is cancelled and that they're like distancing themselves, but if they said, okay, we're gonna cancel the show and we are going to speak to him to change his ways, to
Yes,
help
dude.
him. But at the end of the day, I feel like, and this is like a thing, I'm not gonna go into it about the whole justice system,
Yeah.
but when we take people who do bad and we just isolate them, we all just say, I'm done. No.
Yeah.
It does not help.
Doesn't
It doesn't
help,
help rehabilitate their actions and
They
their
don't repair the
habits.
problem. Yeah.
You need to help that person get out of that cycle of violence and bad habits. So
They
I feel
also
like
need to help themselves though. Like, you can't now be a community trying to go to that specific person helping them out and they don't want to be helped.
that's true.
Which is what majority of the time, or they're so like, it's a, that word, guys. That word!
What is it? What is the word?
Delusional.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus, that was tough.
Gosh, yes, it does. They like deluded or thinking that, you know what, I actually am not that person, so why do I even need to go and get help in the first place?
That's true. It's a tricky situation. I do feel like you said, a lot of people, when something bad happens with someone you're associated with, a lot of people look to protect their own image and immediately
Yeah.
release statements saying, I'm distancing myself from their company
Yeah.
and them as a friend now.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's
don't
just
just
a
look
whole
out for your
other
own back. Like, just say, oh shit, my friend fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak to them man to
Yeah,
man,
dude.
woman to man, person to person, whatever.
Because that makes me
And
feel
how-
like you guys weren't really friends then, bruh. If your first instinct is to distance yourself from somebody that you considered a friend because he beat someone up, that means you're not a friend, bruh. Like, why aren't you trying to help him see why it's wrong? Because I feel like people that do these things don't see why it's wrong. They do it because they think it should be done.
They might not see it as wrong because that same friend is probably doing the same thing.
Damn.
That's what happened with
So
my
you're saying
father.
that the
could
microwave
be.
boys are abusers?
No, I'm not
abusers.
saying they are a band of
Mm.
abusers. I'm just saying, what if there's actually a group of friends that actually believe that what he's doing is okay? Or there's nothing to it. There are people that think like that.
Yeah.
And
I
they
mean,
could be surrounding that specific
Like,
person.
a lot of people do turn a blind eye. Like, you might see your friend do something.
Yeah.
You know it's wrong, but
Yeah.
you just keep quiet. You don't tell him, hey, dude, what you did wasn't right.
Man, that
And
nigga's
then
not
it's
your
only
friend.
now when it comes to public knowledge and you are public figures
Mm.
that now you want to be the moral police and be like,
Things
"Oh,
brought into the light, guys.
yeah."
Yeah.
Yes.
You wanna come do things in the dark and then you can't answer.
I think most importantly here, everyone is with Noxie, of course. You know, she's the real victim in all this. Like, I don't even feel like the conversation should be this Larry guy.
Mm.
Like, we are with Noxie and or victims of abuse. So, you know, like,
Well, the conversation shouldn't stop with Noxie. I think it needs to start with Larry because we need to understand why this continues to be a problem with men abusing women. It's a very important thing to get to the root of. So the victim is just as important as the perpetrator. To me, that's my thing. Like, why is he doing this? The focus wouldn't be on Noxie if it wasn't for the perpetrator. So we need to understand why he's driven to such rage. We need to understand the mind of somebody who thinks like that, and how do we prevent that type of thought process from happening.
I think it's a thing of the past, like what happened. Like the thing we talked about, how you were brought up actually contributes to how you are right now.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
You know, I
But
actually woke up
what is it? What are the things that trigger it?
different things.
Was he
It's
abused?
different for
Because people that are not abused still end up being abusers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's,
So
environment
example-
can like play a huge role though.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, sure.
environment socializes you. So like, as a child, if you are generally exposed to violence, it might not even be in your home. Your
Just
parents
TV
might be
or-
good to you, but
yeah.
if you go out into the streets and all the other kids are forever fighting and there's this violent culture,
Yeah.
in your mind that becomes a response, that things can be solved with violence. That I've seen when someone gets disrespected, they fight someone and then the disrespect ends. So to you, you might internalize that to relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
Where like, okay, my partner disrespected me, I've seen that violence solve this. So you just like become abusive as a response to it.
Sure. That's
I actually found out like this whole thing with me and my father. Like his violent nature is because my granddad used to abuse his mother for the longest of time. And we're only finding that out now because people actually are coming out saying, no, maybe he's acting like this because this is how he was brought up. He might have told you guys a different story
Yeah.
or shown you something for that 20 plus years, like protecting himself, but it still is going to be a thing of things of your past coming back to haunt you if you don't deal with them or if you didn't heal from that in the first place.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. There's a lot of things. The way you're raised really does play a role in your
Yeah.
actions. Like
Sure.
a lot of people, funny enough, you'll take on more of the bad things than the good. From like what you see from your parents and stuff.
Why do we do that? Like, why are our minds like that? 'Cause
Isn't
like,
it comfortability? I think
Yeah.
people get comfortable with
With-
that.
with
Like you're
negativity.
comfortable with, you know how when you're sad, there's some people that are like proper in their sadness. Like when
Yeah.
they're sad, they want to feel sad.
yeah.
And then there's other people that will be sad and then they'll think, okay, no, maybe I shouldn't be feeling like this. Let me try and hype myself up. Let me
Yeah.
get better.
Yeah.
What if those people are comfortable in feeling bad for themselves, in feeling sad, in not wanting to be okay?
I don't like that.
There's people that think like that though.
Yeah, I get it. People think like that, but I don't like it, bro. Like people that are really sad that listen to sad music,
Yes.
like they dig themselves a grave
They
of
make it
sadness, bro.
worse.
I need to put on take care when I'm sad. No, I need to be sad.
But what does it do though? Like why do you need to listen to sad music to make yourself sadder?
To me, if I am like, I've become sad for some reason, like I don't know what triggers it, but I'm just like in that down mood.
Yeah.
Then I want to fully get that cycle done. So I want to get that cycle. I don't want to just try and fight it and put a facade like, no, I'm like shit, nigga. I'm gonna dive in, splash, be sad, swim in it, and get to the shore and come out happy again. Like I went through it.
So you
Okay.
want to feel like
Yeah,
all
for
of
me,
it at once.
It helps me. That's why, like, if I get a wave of sadness, I'll know that I'll experience it fully, and then I'll come out strong for weeks on end without experiencing that, like, again.
Do you ever find out like why you're sad? Because sometimes I get those days where I don't know why I'm sad, but I just am. But do you ever like in those times of sadness discover why the hell do I feel this way? Like while you're going through it.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes
Okay.
I know what triggers it. Sometimes it just happens.
You're just down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Let's move on. Guys, what's the worst thing?
What to say, we're not joined
We're
by
not joined.
Zandila today.
Yeah.
Zandila's writing an exam, so we wish her the best of luck. She will be back for the next episode. So that's why it's back to 3, the dream team. Anyway,
Yeah.
what was the next topic?
Ibs, why are you not here next week?
I have a thing with your boss.
With my boss.
Yeah.
A thing what? What thing?
Oh.
What
The
thing?
thing, the real woman, real life
Are
thing.
you doing that?
Performing, yeah.
What? So I'm gonna see you next week. After the.
Yo.
Oh no, I'm not working next week.
It's on Saturday. That's why I'm not here.
Yeah, so I'm not.
I'll
I'm
be
not
working.
Shit,
When
I
I'm
hope
not
I'm
here,
working.
guys, I am not. I'm working. I'm working. If I'm not here, it's not because I don't want to be here. I love these people. They're awesome. Okay. And it's great. Yes, it's reassuring. They say you must reassure your people. Damn it.
That's
Reassure
why I
the
give you
people.
guys words of affirmation in the group.
Yes.
I call you darling.
Oh God.
No.
I say beautiful people.
Hey man, you called me Jonathan sarcastically, and I know why.
Why? Because tell us.
Because our co-host called me sweetie. And that just seems to be the way she talks. Because I got a really strange voice note from her saying, love you, bye, at the end of it. But I think she's just goofy like that. I think that's just the way she speaks. Because you can't love someone you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Then
yeah.
again, you guys also have tension, though.
The tension last week's
Put that
podcast,
next
like you could cut it with a knife.
Yeah, dude.
No,
It was
you guys
like-
made it weird.
No,
You
it
guys made
was
it
weird
weird.
because we feeling it too. Like, just get your ducks in a row.
Put my ducks in a row.
Y'all. Custody.
Right?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I like that.
I do give you guys words of affirmation. I
Yes,
greet
you
you
do.
guys. I'm like, good morning, beautiful people. Good
Yes.
morning, wonderful people.
He's like the light in the group.
Yeah, because I am
Yay.
definitely the shadow.
You are definitely the dark.
The shadow. I don't want to say dark because that makes it sound wrong. I said the shadow. It's fine. It's enough now.
It's fine.
On to
what's
ask.
dark good?
On to ask, like, I recently sent the wrong message to somebody,
Mm.
and it was very.
Was it a nude?
No,
Or
no,
just
no.
a
It wasn't.
text?
It was a
Oh,
text,
okay.
but it was a vulgar text. But I sent it to the wrong person in my chat, right?
Mhm.
What's the worst message you guys have ever sent to somebody that wasn't supposed to get the message?
I have like proper laid out a thick message explaining to my friend, and it was supposed to be sent to a friend because I was asking like an opinion. And I
You
was
speak
just
louder
like,
for the camera. It doesn't pick your voice up.
it does. Oh my gosh.
Okay, carry on
You
with the
see.
story though.
Yeah. So in this text, I was going in like telling this person's deepest, darkest secrets,
Mm-hmm.
and I said I wasn't gonna, and I sent it straight to
Sure.
that person.
Wow.
And I didn't see that it
Say
went
it
there.
with me. We lack morals. Yes.
No, but that's the
You had
thing.
one
I needed,
job and it was to
Wow.
not send it.
but I needed advice because it felt weird, like the things that this person was doing. So I was asking, like I was laying it down, like what has happened.
Yeah.
And I was asking this person if I'm going crazy, like if
What was the
what
text
happens-
about? We need context.
Nah.
That's like saying, hey, don't tell Joe this. Hey, send it to Joe.
Yeah, it literally was like that. Like, don't say that I said it, but this
You.
is what happened. And it went straight to the person. They're like, oh, so
So what happened to the friendship afterwards?
Yeah.
we're not friends anymore.
Because of that or because of other things?
Like, the text also had things that I didn't really tell the person, like how I felt about those things that were done.
Oh, okay.
So it created like a
I see.
weird shift.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, Ibs.
No, but it was really bad things though. Like,
Ibs, I learn
It
new
was
things about you
bad.
every week, and I like you less and less every week, dude.
oh my god.
Last week I found out that you're a cheater. This week I find out that you're a conniving
I am
backstabber.
not a cheater,
You-
guys.
You said you cheated.
I have cheated.
That makes
Every
you
day
cheater.
is a new day. Okay?
You cannot say every
I'm
day is a new
forgiven
day to
for
cover
my
up your
sins.
shit, dude.
That's like saying I'm because it's a new day.
Yeah, so that makes it wrong.
No.
That makes it a wrong statement.
Okay, fine, you'll win that one.
So you're a cheater.
I'm not a cheater
Say it,
anymore.
say it. I'm gonna make Ibs say all the things that she is.
No, don't paint me out as a bad person to the people.
Did you listen to last week's
Saints.
podcast?
Yes, I
Did
did.
you listen to it?
I did.
Did you not see how you guys never take accountability? Wilson said that you guys don't take accountability, and boy was that the truth. Did you realize when uncovering those topics that you, in fact, do not have any morals or accountability?
I don't have morals.
I mean, you've just once again affirmed the fact that you don't have morals.
Okay, fine, guys. Hi, I'm Ips. I don't have morals.
Hi, yes.
Because it's fine, guys. Believe what you need to. Yeah. You? Have you sent a text that was dismal?
Nah, I can't remember. Maybe I have, but I was like actually running through my mind. I just don't remember anything like that. Not in recent times,
Not in
maybe.
recent times.
What was your text about?
I can't say it because this is a person who's an avid listener of our podcast, so I cannot expose
Say
that.
it.
No.
Say it with your chest.
No. Like I told you guys, I'm Sizzle the Saint, so I'm trying to avoid any.
So you can
Controversy.
change, but I can't change.
No.
No, it cannot work like
So
that.
I'm
No.
supposed to use Caesar.
Ibs,
Boo him. Boo.
you can change. You can change.
Yeah.
You can change. But you have to realize what you did is a lack of morals and then move on. You can't just be like, well, it happened, every day is a new day, and then just go on.
Okay, fine. Maybe me saying every day is a new day was wrong. I
Yes.
was young. I have grown now.
How young were you?
I was 17.
And you didn't know how to keep a secret at 17.
It wasn't like a secret that was like this person was doing things that were not right.
Ibs, you did something that was not right. But let's move on.
Okay, fine, let's move.
What's his
on.
name? What have been these topics today? Like, I'm actually kind of lost.
These topics have been about really nothing because it's been a slow news week, dude. Besides somebody being beaten up, like, that's the best shit that's happened.
Don't say it's the best shit that's happened.
What happened this week?
Yeah, you can't say someone getting beaten up is
You
the
can't
best
say
shit
stuff
that's
like
happened.
that. Just by the way,
It's the most interesting news that has happened.
but it's not great news.
Okay, it's not great. It's not great. I apologize, I misspoke.
Yes.
Yes, morality police, bro, I tell you.
And you sitting with a person that has gone through
Oh, I'm
shit
so sorry,
like that.
Ips. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
I even kissed an abused hand.
Just the spirit.
I'm actually gonna now put a video up because I feel like people need to be exposed for shit that they do.
Like what?
Like abuse.
Yeah. You should put a video up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that today. Tomorrow is actually a year since it happened, so I might as well make content from it.
But didn't you say last week that you're gonna create the video this week?
Yeah, you said you're releasing a documentary, right?
Not a documentary, like a creative piece. Yeah.
You know, Griezmann does creative pieces.
Who's that?
Man, Griezmann, what is that guy's deal, bro?
He's like
Who is
he's
that?
a soccer player. He once did blackface, but because he has a lot of black friends, we all kind of brushed it under the carpet. Like
He did blackface? I never knew that.
yeah, for Halloween, Griezmann
Oh,
painted
shit.
himself as a black basketball player. Instead of just wearing a basketball kit and leaving it there, he went full,
Okay.
paint his body brown.
I understand. I'm not excusing it, but I understand why he might think that's okay and why people might think that's okay because he loves basketball. Like it seems more than he loves soccer. He can't wait to be black, Griezmann.
Yeah, isn't that weird? But
Yeah,
like, he's literally all his friends are black.
Exactly.
He's
he
like
can't
allowed by
wait
the
to
black
be a black
community.
ball player, bro. That's all he wants to be in life. I can
So-
understand why people were like accepting.
We were like shocked that they were like, "Ooh, Griezmann."
Did it look bad though?
It looked bad, but it was kind of like we were shook. We were like, "What do we do? Like it's our friend.
Yes.
He's a friend of the community." So yeah.
Goddamn.
But anyway, he makes documentaries for things happening in his life. Like he once made a 30-minute special just to tell us he's not taking a transfer to another club.
Didn't that happen recently? Like
That was
At the end of the
that
season?
was last season.
oh, last season.
Beginning of the season, it comes out for documentaries to tell us I'm staying.
Mm.
And then end of season, he made another one to say he's leaving, but the club said cut that shit out. You're not gonna do this with our name. So then
Yes.
he just had to make a 2-minute video saying I'm leaving.
But he's a franchise player, bro. They should be allowing him to do anything he wants, really. Like Atletico needs to relax. He's brought them so much joy in the last couple of years.
I think documentaries and creative pieces are the way to go.
Yeah.
We almost tried to do a vlog. We should get that back up.
We should, man. We
Just
should.
vlog your life for the channel, please.
No.
Yes. Yes.
You are now associated with your girlfriend's favorite podcast, so you are obliged to do everything and anything that we tell you to do.
Everything and anything. Like the words that are coming out of your mouth today, eh?
What did I say?
Everything and anything. You are obliged to do everything and everything.
Your mind probably went to sex, which is why that came out wrong.
Sounded like some R. Kelly.
I'm not gonna do this with you guys today. You know, I was listening to our old podcast and I was thinking, yes, we used to say whatever we really wanted to say in those days, man.
Okay,
Why are we so
whatever you
corporate? We don't even have
say.
spot. Like ever since Green Wing Code jumped on, we've been so fucking uppity, bro. What is that shit, bro? Like,
Anyway, that's a good segue, man. If anyone needs some web development, app development, and software development, hit up Greenwing Code. They will help you get your brand and business off the ground and onto the web. Webs? The interwebs? I don't know. Yeah, but you get what I mean. So Greenwing Code, flying into the future. Yeah.
run.
Yes.
All right, let's get
Alright.
into some music.
I do not have a pick this week.
Ips,
I think I have one.
y'all.
I just don't know the name.
I already know what my pick
You
is.
play yours first.
Um,
to find mine.
This song is called ISIS. It's Joyner Lucas and Logic's new song. I actually want to get into the beef between these
Is
two.
it hard rap?
It's hard rap with trap beats. Let's give it a listen.
Yeah. There's Rex Life Raj with Paradise from his album Father Figure 2. Anyway, second half of the show. Let's get ready to second half. Alright, Mr. Cameraman, we ready? Oh, we are?
Oh, you've been
Oh, okay. He didn't even give us a warning. Wow.
dirty works.
Like there was no take two.
Hey, man.
Yeah, just like boom.
You deserve
Dirty
a pew pew.
works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking like he ate some dirty
Did you
perks.
see that video of those guys in like some shack room type thing? The other guy was singing that song, that Lekatuk and Snuff.
What? What?
You didn't see the
No.
video?
No.
I posted on my status. It was on Twitter. Like some dude was singing. It was crazy.
I feel like we need to watch it.
Let me play it. Don't hear the audio.
Yeah.
That video, that guy needs a recording deal. It's like him and his friends in some back room, and it's like. Let's see. I hope they hear this. This is
What the fuck?
We need to put this on the side.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's going in there.
So the video was trending
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Oh.
Like someone just played it on Twitter, and everyone was like, "This is fire!" Like, this guy just singing his heart out in some weird back room. You're like, who is this guy?
Yes. What's that other one? I saw the how what goes to the gym? What was that word that they used? Those colored niggas at the gym. That colored nigga at the gym that looks like run like this.
Oh.
Running at the gym go like
Like how the fire goes to the gym. That's
yes.
funny.
That was hilarious, bro.
You must know when that hand is there at the back, you're gonna
Yeah.
get robbed.
You're gonna get robbed, bro.
You
With
see
the
the-
sport.
Run!
Ah yes.
Yes.
Hoodie.
Yeah, and the Uzi hoodie is
And
scary,
then off to
bro.
the back, and the guy just swaying on you walks.
Oh, wow.
Just run, man. Don't waste no time in town. Just start
The
riding.
would be profile our
Scream
own.
Vimba. Get someone to help you out, fam.
Nah, dude, the Uzi. That's why I haven't bought anything Uzi since I was in like grade 8, dude. Since I saw like the running joke was they're associated with criminals, I was like, nah.
But why is it like a
Because there was a
literally
meme.
in videos
Yeah.
of criminal? There will be someone wearing
Wearing
an
an
Uzi.
Uzi. Like, yeah. I saw that
Makes
meme
sense.
of like 3 guys that were arrested for an armed robbery, and they're all chilling there like this, With Uzi, all three of them, bro. Like, it's the face of crime now. I'll never own anything with Uzi ever again, dude. No matter how dope it is, bro.
Speaking about that, guys, what is the worst way that you guys have been like? It's not burgled. What's the word, guys?
Burgled.
My mind. It's so robbed, mugged. Yes. What's the worst?
I haven't been mugged.
Oh, stupidest way.
The stupidest way.
Yeah.
I can tell you the stupidest way. Like we were in high school and we were playing basketball. So what happened, we would leave our clothes outside the court, hidden behind some bushes by a fence. Because we're like, no one goes there, and we have sight of that area while we play and we're on the court. So we leave our bags and our blazers there hanging on the fence, and we left our phones in the blazers.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? It seemed like a good idea because we've been doing this for weeks, right?
Stupid.
And then one day after basketball, we get there, we take our bags, take our blazers, and like 6 of us are like, where are our phones? Like, we're all like, where the fuck are our phones?
All of you.
Like, all of us. It was like, shit, they took everyone's phones out their blazers. And we were like, then in that moment we realized, this was fucking stupid, leaving our things hanging here.
You have to learn the hard way sometimes, bro.
It worked for weeks until it went wrong. Like,
God
damn.
damn. Yeah, prevention is better than the cure, man. So how did you explain that to your mom, bro?
Bro, I just came home sad as fuck. I was like, my phone got stolen. I was actually not sad that my phone got stolen, but I was sad because I couldn't go and mix it. I was like, god damn.
This was Mix-It days, bro.
Mix-It day.
How old were we? Like 12?
We were in grade 9. It was like the final days of
Yeah.
Mix-It.
When they're
So
freezing that out and bringing in BBM.
So I was like sad, like damn, I can't text no one, can't do shit.
God damn, bro. Like, Mix-It. You know, that's a throwback, bro.
That's how I'm old.
Yeah, I'm old. I was gonna bring
this
that up.
old.
That's Twitter thing.
I
How old
saw
are you,
some-
bro?
Which year was this?
This was grade 9. I was
2015?
That's too
Oh
late.
shit. We graduated 2014.
2011, yeah.
I was in grade 11.
2011.
I was 17.
What's one thing from your past that represents how old you are now? Have you seen the trend on Twitter going, I'm this old? What's
Yeah.
your I'm this old? Non-color
Tamagotchi.
screen.
Oh,
Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
Did you manage to
There's
make
a
one
thing.
grow up and not die and stuff?
I always failed at that thing.
I wish I
Actually, don't
only
think I know how to use it. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever owned one. I didn't own one as a kid. Yeah, I was deprived of so many great things.
Ooh, tokens. The Pokemon.
The Tazos and shit.
No,
Tazos.
was it Tazos?
Tazos.
That's how old I am.
Yeah.
They used to come in
And
the Simbas, man.
squishies.
For free, bro.
Mm.
And 3 rand packets of Simba chips, dude.
Diddle daddles were 1 rand, guys.
Bro.
The small packet was 1 rand.
You're really
Sorry,
showing your age, dude.
Yeah.
There was a debate on Twitter like months ago where people were saying, did money come in Simba packets? And I legit remember opening a Simba packet and getting a 2 rand when I was a kid.
That used to happen every
And-
now and
and
then.
some-
I remember that
Some
shit.
people say that's fake. Some people are like, there was never coins, there was only Tazos. I'm like, no,
Nah.
I remember there were 2 rands
I
and 1
remember
rand
this too,
in
dude.
Simba chips.
I remember that. Like, if you got like a squad of 5 guys to buy chips, you could leave there with $10. You could, bro.
10 bucks can get you so many things
Dude,
back
in
then,
those
guys.
days, I used to go to school with 10 rand for tuck. Like, this is grade 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
like around there. 10 rand was enough to buy me a hot dog and a cold drink. 5 rand hot dog, 5 rand cold drink. And I was full for the day because I was a kid, you know, I didn't even eat
Yeah.
much. That was enough, dude. Now,
Things are expensive now.
one hot dog is $20, bro. Like a burgers roll.
Bro,
A hot dog, a Budapest roll is like 25 bucks.
bro, a 2
Yeah.
liter cold drink is
Without the
20 something
sauces.
rand nowadays.
And it used to be
2
10
liter.
in our days.
Yeah, like
10 rand.
Yeah, aren't jelly tots like 22 bucks now?
Those
They-
little packets.
Yeah, jelly tots are more expensive than 2 liter.
everything's
That's
so
disgusting.
expensive.
That's disgusting, bro.
Although the things that have always been expensive are still the same.
Like,
Like the nice ice creams. Like,
Yeah.
like a Magnum.
Like a Magnum.
A Magnum was expensive back then.
Yeah.
It's expensive now.
it is, dude. But like now when I see these niggas with the ice creams, guys on the bicycles,
Yeah.
their ice creams don't start at 3 rand anymore. Cause like when I was growing up, the ice cream started at 3 rand. Now they start at 8 rand.
Ah.
And ice cream and ice lolly starts at 8 rand.
What?
And Eskimo pie is like 12 rand now, dude.
Damn. How much do they sell Jiggies for then? Is it like
Jiggies used to be like 40 cents.
50 cents.
Not even 50 cents. These things were cheap as shit, dude.
How
probably
much
sell
are they
for like
now?
3 rand?
I'm sure they're like 3 rand now. Remember how cheap noodles were?
Yeah, noodles were like literally 2 rand.
Like literally
Yeah.
2 rand, dude. Now they're like 8 rand a pack.
So
6
I don't
rand a
want to
pack.
eat noodles. Did you guys see those videos
So,
of people fixing
fixing
car
shit.
dents and they
The sink.
their basins in the bathroom with noodles? So like a guy's basin in his bathroom had
Yeah.
like a chunk missing. And he came with noodles, in 2-minute noodles.
Yeah.
He put it in the gap, did some magic shit with it, like put some
Yeah,
other
just shaped
stuff,
it and stuff.
like shaped
Yeah.
it,
Glued it.
spray painted it, glued it, and then it looked like the sink was fixed back to normal.
Shit.
And then people also did it on their car. Another guy had a hole in his car.
Don't tell me that.
So I'm like, I'm not eating
Just make
this
a picture
shit.
car.
Like if this is what people can do DIY with noodles and fix things, I'm not gonna eat
So
that
noodles
shit.
are a fixer-upper.
Dude,
Yeah.
the weirdest thing about that video, when I was exposed to it, I was at work eating noodles watching the show, like, yeah, these noodles are fucking great, bro. I don't care about this video. I really just didn't care about the video, bro.
I'm
Like,
done with those things, man.
let's see. This week I was so broke, all I ate was noodles, bro, and my guenya. Like, that's all I ate this
But
week.
those guenyas are nice there.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Do you have them
They
with
said
mints? Of what?
I usually eat them with cheese or
Bologna.
polony. Yeah. The places I go to, I'm bougie enough for the men's ting. You get me?
We check.
What about white liver? I never liked the white liver combo.
You know.
That thing is nice though.
I love the snook fish combo too. That's always a good.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a good combo. But yeah, usually it's just cheese and polony. Like that's my budget these days, bro. I couldn't even afford to get myself a cold drink this entire week.
That you're in the pits.
I'm in the pits,
Yeah,
dude. And like
Pittsburgh.
yesterday, I'm in Pittsburgh. But like this last night when I got the SMS that I got paid, I was like, yes, this is all I needed, bro. I was like, I was like,
Lucky you.
I cried a little, bro.
I had a day where I went to work and I didn't know how I'm coming back home. Because that's not Dololo.
Delolo.
Dololo!
Yes.
It was so bad. My client till today still hasn't paid me this
You
person.
wanna see this
That
bitch?
Johnny-
But it's fine, guys. I feel like I'm just gonna X them out because I almost didn't get home because you didn't pay me on time.
Yeah, but see, why? I wouldn't have gone to work if I knew that like it was a risk of me coming
But
back.
that's the thing though, I've been taking so many days off of work because of the court case.
Yeah,
I can't not go.
Yeah, when you drive, just put your car in neutral when it's a downhill slope.
Yeah, once, bro.
Highway.
Highway.
Petrol.
Yeah.
Ah, nah, dude.
Just let gravity do its work.
Just one time, bro.
I'm finna cut a hole in the car floor, do some Flintstone shit, just run.
Just walk. Some big ass toes. You can see nasty sea toes at the bottom of the car.
That is disgusting.
Fred Flintstone definitely has nasty sea-type toes, dude. Like, all of them say huge ass.
Nasty, please, if you watch this, tell us why you exposed your toe, man.
Yeah.
There's no need for us to see that
Absolutely
thing.
zero need for that, bro.
It did not inspire me at all.
At all.
I'm sorry.
At all.
That was crazy.
Oh, man. Now people with warts and shit on their back are gonna be like, this is the wart that I have.
Yeah.
Hashtag inspired by nasty. God damn, nah.
Back hairs and shit, like
Mm-mm. Yeah, back hair.
everyone has back hair.
Yeah, I've got
Everyone
zero
has
hair on my
ass
back,
hair.
bro. Yeah, I got some ass hair.
Yeah,
Exactly.
everyone has some ass
So
hair.
everyone has back hair.
I don't my back is bare, bro. My back is bare, like...
All
it's
I
like
know is
my
that
back and chest don't have...
so broke to afford a lawyer.
Bro, if that nigga just sells a hectare on Nganza, he's got money for another 3 years, bro. Like, it's so... That's a terrible excuse, bro.
I just don't like how he put it. Like, black people are gonna be willing to work for him regardless of pay. Like, how do you deteriorate like that?
What?
How do you say that? How do you say that? Like, you can't say, I'd rather work with a black person because I know I'm not gonna pay the black person.
Yeah, but that just goes back to the self-hate that we kind of touched on last week.
I don't think any white lawyer is going to give him his services for free.
Obviously.
But there's plenty of young, especially young black lawyers who've just graduated and stuff, who would be junk mentioned like, let me represent you for free, even.
Yeah.
Just so like they can say they've got a case under their name.
Dude,
That's
do you know?
sad though, guys.
You know how much lawyers get paid like once they finish their degree and their articles? They get paid like 3,000 rand for the first 3 months of their job.
It's crazy.
That is disgusting, bro. Like you invest all this money into your studies because a law and a medical degree aren't cheap to study, right?
Mm.
But these guys spend like 4 years just to get the degree, 2 years of articles, then they start working
In service.
in service.
Yeah.
And 3,000 rand is what the average amount is for your probationary period. Like, that's crazy. My probationary period was 5K, and I was an untrained student at the time. Like, my first 3 months, they were paying me 5K. I was like, yeah, great. I have no expenses. This is a lot of money. These niggas need to get to and from work every day with zero expense. Like, with zero assistance
If
from
you
their
don't
salary.
have like a car, 3,000 could easily just be all your taxi
Transport,
money
yeah.
Yeah.
a month.
That's
You
literally
don't
what
even
it is.
have change left.
God damn. What was your probationary period, Money? That's your first job.
This is not my
And
guess.
my first job,
Mine's finished.
mine was 6'5".
6'5". Yes, you started nice. You started nice.
No,
My
but I
first-
still had to travel though.
Okay, fair enough. But I mean, transport shouldn't really be like that's a necessity. You
Tra-
can't
it
get
was
around it.
transport and black tax. 'Cause black tax is a real thing, guys. It's very real.
Yeah, I haven't had to do that. My mom said
Lucky.
in the African culture, your first salary needs to go to your family. I said, well, that's great for black culture. This is Maybury Park. I told her, bro, I'm not doing that, mom. Like, I've been with the culture all this time, but now you're going overboard, bro. You know you don't need it. Anyways, like, mom, I look at my mom, you don't need it. So if that was like us in the village living, that's a different story, bro. Like, I might have to send some money home. But yeah. Guys, we have 0 topics today. We have like absolutely nothing to think about. And we're kind of just improvising.
We just made up because it's what we do.
Yeah,
We
this is
bring
what
the
we
content
do.
for you guys.
We're
So
doing
y'all
it.
better appreciate this, alright?
We have literally, I got a couple of topics here.
Yeah.
Okay, talk,
Let's
man.
go.
Talk,
Let's go
man.
strong.
Let's go into
Let's
it
pick
then.
it back up. Come, second half, guys.
Unpopular opinions about things. What is an unpopular opinion about things that you have? That other people might find common, but you
I'm
find
gonna
it.
put up my hand.
Go
so
for
I
it.
can get a chance.
Go for it.
I don't really rate Beyonce's music that highly. So the Beehive, before you come for me,
Pew, 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 pew.
I'll
Why?
give it to myself. Look, Beyonce is great.
Get the fuck out my face with that shit. Get the fuck out my face with that shit.
Get the fuck out.
That's what the Beehive is saying right now, bro.
Look, I'm not saying her music's bad. I'm not even saying it's average. I think her music is good. But I do think it's a tad bit overrated. I do believe there's a lot of artists who are better than Beyonce sonically.
Artistically and sonically.
Like, there are a lot of songs I've heard that a Beyonce song like cannot match up to.
Yeah.
And if I say this out there, I'm going to get like stabbed with an okapi because someone loves Beyonce that much.
No, I agree with you 100%. I think that there are artists that make better sounding music than Beyonce. But Beyonce is more complete. She can
Yeah.
do the dancing, the singing.
I
She's
think-
everything.
But
I
the
definitely
dancing
do think
sometimes
she's
is too much
iconic.
though.
Yeah, she's iconic.
To me, she is a legend. She's iconic. But I just think she's a tad bit overrated. That people put every aspect of her on here. When it's like, it's just bring it a bit down a
So,
little. Like,
you
she's still
think
great.
She's still second to Michael Jackson, based on the conversation we had
I
last time.
do think so.
I do think so as
Yeah.
well. I think she's a great artist, but people do exaggerate. Like Michael Jackson isn't. Now here's another unpopular opinion. If we talk about it, Michael Jackson was treated as a god, right? If we could just bring
Yeah.
that down a
Like
little bit
Prince.
as well, like
Yeah.
people would go to his concerts to faint. That was their job. He comes out, boo. He hasn't sang not a word. Not a word. Niggas are crying, bro. So I want to know, should we just bring that down a bit? Like, I love Michael. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the guy that always defends him in every conversation, but can we bring that down a bit? That's like standing on another level, bro. Like,
I think we
bring
should.
it down a bit.
If what's your unpopular opinions you can't say out there?
I don't think I like the Kardashians. Like, what do they do?
That's not on purpose.
Nah,
They
a lot
are
of people
hated.
hate the
Yeah, but
Kardashians.
like, what do they do? What?
They're
How
business
does the
people.
thing start? I want to
Kim.
know that.
It started with Kim.
Ray J
Was
did
it-
it first.
Ray
and
J.
then
So
things
because
started.
of that, they became popular.
Well, she was an assistant to Paris Hilton, right? That was
And
the
then?
thing. She was an assistant to Paris Hilton. Sure, so she already had an in into the industry. Then she used the money that she used working for Paris Hilton to start a wardrobe organizing business. So she used to go to people's houses and organize their wardrobes for them.
And their dad.
And their dad was Rob Kardashian,
Yeah.
who worked on the OJ
Famous.
case. So that's also their in, like they're in the public eye for most of Kim's life, anyways. So that's what started the whole thing. Like the sex tape started,
But
and it was like daughter of the late Rob
Oh
Kardashian
God.
has sex tape with R&B star. So it became a thing. That's how her fame started.
But then shout out to the momager.
Dude,
Their
Chris-
mom.
She's
She's the only person that I actually fucks with in the family.
She is a
Because
pimp, bro.
she's-
She's pimping out her daughters, bro.
She is a genius. She knows how to make money out of any publicity, good or bad.
She's a natural marketer, bro. Like she didn't need to go to school for
Like,
that shit.
you get cheated on, she's like, we're gonna get a special, a
She's a
30-minute
hustler.
special. And they're gonna pay us to film it. Like,
Do you think Chris is managing Kanye?
I think she definitely, him and her have definitely
To some
had
extent.
talks.
Nah, dude.
Yeah.
If Chris was managing Kanye, Kanye would have a way better image by now. Kanye is fucking up, bro.
But then again, every guy that's been with a Kardashian is like fucked now. They're not fine.
yeah.
The one was in drugs. Kanye is
Yeah.
going through the
Lamar
most.
chose crack over.
Yeah, like
Lamar Odom, man.
Chose
Yes.
crack over good loving.
what do they
clothes.
do to them? Strong black man. Like what happens to you?
That's
Oh,
crazy. The Kardashian curse.
the Kardashian curse. But 5 years they've been married. They celebrated that yesterday. So
I'm not
round
gonna.
of
I
applause
was
to
one
them.
of the people
Yeah.
who
And
genuinely
maybe-
thought it wouldn't last more than a year.
I
was
believe
like-
that too, but that's just
I
because
was
of
like,
Kim's
Kim and
record.
Kanye will get married and divorce within a year. But to see them go this long, yeah, I guess they're proving us
That
wrong.
guy gave her a piece of his business just for Mother's Day.
Dude.
He bought her shares in like 3 companies.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
He's done a lot for her.
That's that love.
But Kim has been Kanye's dream girl since.
Amber, like while he was dating Amber, bro.
Like, he always wanted to be with Kim Kardashian.
So should we talk about the other podcast that keeps stealing our artwork?
I don't want no smoke.
Save on.
I don't want no
Stop
smoke.
taking our artwork,
You
man.
know?
There's another podcast for the listeners that don't know what's going on, that only listen to your girlfriend's favorite podcast. We love you guys, by the way. But in the podcast universe, there's another podcast that seems to replicate our artwork on it's becoming a regular basis. It's happened twice.
It's twice though.
It's happened twice, but I'm saying it's gonna keep happening. It might, because the cover that we had was big news in SA. I didn't realize that it was such big news overseas too.
Yeah.
So, and their podcast came out after us.
Same as the first time.
Same as the first time.
Yeah.
Theirs came out on a Wednesday. Ours came out on the previous Saturday. So I don't know. Maybe they're drawing inspiration. But I'd really like credit if that is the case. If you guys are drawing inspiration from us, the way we draw inspiration from you, we'd really like some credit. Appreciate it. That was a public service announcement from your girlfriend's favorite podcast.
I got word during the week. People like our last show, the
Yeah.
last episode, because of the title.
What
Someone
was
was-
See,
Caucasity. Yeah.
Caucasity. Okay.
Caucasity. So someone was like, that title alone made them and their friends who'd never listened to podcasts actually tune in.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, caucasity? I want to see what this is about. Like, what are white people doing now?
Is our base still like fully black? I'm so out of touch with the people that listen to our podcast.
don't your friends listen? You have white friends.
Yeah, they don't support the podcast, man. I'm gonna call them out. I've actually called them out. I was like, guys,
Yeah.
you guys haven't been
Funny
commenting
enough,
on my
the
shit.
people closest to us don't listen. It's
Yeah.
actually like,
People that we don't know, like they're
they're the ones that listen on a regular basis.
Yeah.
But like the closest ones to us don't listen.
like they're there to RT our shit. That's dope, but I don't think they listen. Bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Hey,
I'm out of touch. I don't know.
fans though.
It's consistent. That's what I like. I'm trying to get to that next level. Like our listenership is consistent. Like I like that. We've been able to maintain a base of some sort.
Yes.
But let's level it up, guys. Let's
Classic
level it
YouTube.
up.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
And leave a comment
And
below.
leave a comment below.
Yeah.
Giveaway.
Maybe you
We're
guys
giving-
can tell us what we should talk about the next time. Maybe we should do
Yeah.
that.
We should take suggestions.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's just
do
been a really
comment.
bad. Yeah, please comment though. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're watching this far into the show, this was the end.
Yeah.
So we don't know. We should have this in the beginning. If you made it this far, you made it to the end credits. We love you for that. So if you made it to the end credits, leave a comment
We
saying you made it to
appreciate
the
you.
end credits, and I will personally give you a gift. Actually, yes,
Okay.
a small gift like a chomp or something.
Chomp.
How much a chomp's in
At
there?
least respect them.
5
Like a
rand.
slab of chocolate.
Okay, I will give you like some Lindor,
There we go.
Lind chocolate. Yeah.
You went from
Yes.
the least expensive thing to the most expensive thing. Like
So, Eddie, you're disqualified. You watch to the end. You can't comment. Okay.
good. Thank you,
Anyone
man.
else?
Please
too?
comment. Let her comment though.
Yeah, but they should come win the prize. So that's
Okay, best comment wins.
We're
yes.
still gonna end up using all the comments to create content though.
True.
So the more comments, the better. But yeah, we'll put your names in a hat and do a random draw on camera.
Anyway,
That'll be a
so
way to do
give
it.
us tips how we can get to the next level. We're
Yeah.
trying to level up. You
And
know?
stop being selfish with the link. Like, they get the link, they're like, haha, I got this dope new podcast. I'm not gonna share this with anybody, I'm just gonna lock myself in my room.
Yeah.
Share with your friends, nigga. Like, they wanna hear this shit too.
Shout out to the podcast judge. Some account on Twitter.
Yes.
They judged
Yes.
us. They judged podcasts.
Okay, and how was that?
They gave us 4 out of 5 stars.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I think they rated the episode where it was us 3 plus Sivu.
Ah.
And they were like, okay, they're from England. So
Okay.
they judged many European podcasts.
Dope.
And they were like, yeah, these are some young guys having a conversation. We like the concept of it.
Yeah.
They're like 4 out of 5
You
stars.
see, I appreciate that because they told us what we could do better.
Not like.
Unlike that elbow tap, nigga, I'm so sick of
Yeah.
that guy, bro. Like, oh, it made me so mad revisiting those comments the other day. I was like, ah.
Is he still on the radio?
I
He
don't
is
know.
on radio.
I don't know.
Actually, listen to him.
I don't like his show.
Well, you stop that. This is one of those obligations that you have to the pod now.
You, DJ Ankle Tap. Stop
Damn.
Stop
Whoa.
appropriating black culture.
Don't put it in! Don't put it in! You just said the name!
Stop appropriating black culture. You know?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you
God
deserve a big
damn.
one for that.
Uh,
Wow.
out here trying to be a Sutu man to right his day.
Where did you get all of this?
Oh, I've got a plug.
Yeah. DJ Ankle Tap.
God damn.
Again!
Ankle Tap! Point right at you.
Wow, guys.
Oh man, I was gonna make the Larry Noxie joke, but I realized that was
So-
inappropriate.
So since you guys were deemed fuckboys,
We weren't deemed fuckboys, we were deemed skirt niggas.
Someone
Skirt girl.
Didn't someone say to
No.
you that we have like hoe energy or something?
Oh yeah, we were. Yeah, somebody said to us that we look like we get bitch. We have a lot of bitches.
That was so disrespectful.
That was
man.
a backhanded compliment.
We are part of the FBMA.
I don't have bitches. I have literally
You
0 bitches.
Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. FBMA, Faithful Black Men's Association.
FBMA. You've been, hey.
It's a real. Search it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Niggas that keep
That-
saying that are the ones that are not
The
faithful.
FBMA account has like over 100,000 followers.
Okay, but are they like proper faithful? Or is
We
it
are
just people there for clout?
We are proper faithful, beard or no beard, muscles or no muscles. FBMA. FBMA, yes. All complexions except super light skinned niggas. We kind of have to vet their profile before I allow them into the association. We don't trust those
Shit.
ones.
So, guys, I played a song called Isis.
Mhm.
It's my song of the week. And it was a song by Joyner Lucas and Logic, who have been known to have beef. Alright? Can I
Okay,
paint a picture for you?
please.
So, Joyner Lucas, a couple of years ago, in 2017, he was on Everyday Struggle when Joe Budden and Academics and Nadesco were all there. And he said that he and Logic don't see eye to eye. He doesn't appreciate what he did on Tech Nine's song, which they all featured on. It was Tech Nine, Logic, and Joyner Lucas, and he said, "I don't like the fact that Logic freestyled the entire verse while Tech Nine and I went hard. You know, we did our best to do the song, and he doesn't like the fact that he made Tech Nine wait 6 months for the verse that he was owed." So there was beef between them the entire time. I'm trying to understand how they just out of nowhere have a song together. Does anybody know how the beef ended? Did you guys know about the beef to begin with?
No.
Nope.
God damn. Can't create any content, man. My co-hosts don't keep up to date with shit.
Hey, man. I don't even really know much about Joyner Lucas besides
Exactly.
besides his hit song that I'm Not Racist.
You know nothing about Joyner Lucas?
I just know
No.
that video, that I'm Not Racist. That was like a powerful moment in hip-hop culture.
It really was. That was deep.
That video with
That-
the white guy sitting across the black guy.
Wearing
and
the
just,
maggot hat.
and they're just telling each other, yeah, this is what your race does, this is what my race does.
Please send the link. I feel like it's the first time I'm hearing about this guy.
Dude, he's a really interesting guy. And he's a real lyricist. So if you're in the mood for rapidy rap at that moment, then I definitely suggest listening.
Okay, we'll send link.
Yeah, I will.
But yeah, well, I'll look into how the beef ended. I'm pretty sure that, considering that both of these guys are heavy lyricists,
Yeah.
they most likely just came to a conclusion that we respect each other. We're
Yeah.
both at a high level in our craft.
Yeah.
So let's stop being against each other and just come together.
For the
We
culture.
once were together. We wanted to be on the same song.
Yeah.
So let's put that behind us and get back to being friends again. I think that's what people do. You know, oftentimes people who are at the top of their crafts do, tension starts to happen.
Yeah.
Because you think, I'm so good, no one can beat me, and then there's
Nah.
someone else who can. And
I think it's youthful arrogance, dude. Because we've had niggas like Eminem and Jay-Z have always had the utmost of respect for each other, but they've never beefed. You know what I mean? Like, this is just arrogance, bro. Like, Eminem and Jay-Z could be Logic and Joyner, like, in terms of lyricism. Like, that they're on the same level. They're on the same playing field. But that's just youthful arrogance. Like, I think Joyner was like, let's get this nigga out of here and let's me and you just do a song together, Tech Nine. Like, I think he didn't want Logic on the song at all, because he made him wait 6 months for it to come out. So.
And they men, like, I feel like you guys know how to handle beef. Like, you guys get
Yes,
over
we do.
things the right way. We actually need to learn from you guys, because girls are awful.
Thank
So
you,
maybe
some
it's
accountability, man.
I'm accounting!
Yeah.
Yes!
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Where'd you find that accountability out of nowhere? Like,
But yeah, you can't drag a thing on for long. Like, when was this beef?
2017.
You see, it's 2 years later. Like,
I mean, damn. Okay, I don't know, man. I just want to bring that up. Obviously, you guys didn't know.
are we done with the... Okay.
Okay. But we are done, though.
Anyway,
It's-
yeah.
when you were, did you date anybody for like long term in high school?
yes,
A year. Were you ever given an exam care package? This is the new thing on social media that I hate, by the way.
an exam care
A
package.
care package.
Explain what that is.
So a care package is a package filled with goodies to help you get through your exams, like edible goodies, like chips and
In
snacks.
high
and this-
school.
Yeah, did anybody ever do that for you?
No.
And in
Actually,
tertiary?
yeah, I had a steady boyfriend.
And he was always just bringing you care packages.
It wasn't like he just did that like normally. It wasn't just like exams. When it was exams, yes, he would bring something.
But he did
a
it
bit
regularly.
more. Yeah, but it was regular for 3 years.
This
I
care package
salute you
thing-
for that. Thank you so much. It was great. Why? What's wrong with that?
No,
you don't want that.
no, I don't like how women are using men as like
But that's
this
the thing.
e-wallet, an e-wallet
eWallet Raccoons.
raccoon and an exam care package raccoon too, bro.
But
Like,
I feel like you need to do that for like everybody needs to do that. I have a cousin TK.
yeah,
Her husband now they married.
yeah,
Congratulations to you guys.
Congrats,
Expecting
TK.
a baby.
yeah.
And she's giving birth in
I
like
called
2
TK the
months.
other day, dude. Actually,
Is
I called
it?
her. I was like, TK, dude, we need a ring girl. Do you mind coming? It was before the awards
Yeah.
last week.
And
And she's like, well, if you want a pregnant bitch on the stage. I was like, oh, dude, how far along are you? She's like, what, 8 months or some shit?
Like 5. She's like late.
She's late, dude. She's into it already.
Really late. She's gonna get back soon.
Yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
her husband, like when she would get sick, would proper send a care package. Like sweets,
That's dope,
flowers, whatever. The dad would get a care package when he's sick with alcohol and
You see, I need to marry a bitch like that.
But it should be on both thingies though. Like men and women should just do it for one another. Like why should it just be put on the guy? I don't get that.
Social media is a lie. Look, a lot of these people on social media telling you guys how to live your relationships, but they don't follow that same philosophy. They're just trying to mislead y'all. So don't buy into it.
It's
but
true.
care packages are cute though. Like, do it, guys.
It is cute.
I would do
but
it.
I'm saying don't do it because you see that that's the trend on social media. Do it because that's part of the culture in your relationship. Getting each other gifts is a thing that you guys do. Don't do it because, oh, I saw that on social media, that's dope, let me do it.
But then
like,
don't you
it's not genuine, dude.
Don't you think that also it depends on the type of love language you have as well? Because not everybody puts themselves on that whole thing of, okay, I'm a person. When I show my love, I give you stuff. I buy you things.
Yeah.
Like these people that have words of affirmation,
Yeah.
touch, the gifting thing. Like you might be with a person that doesn't believe in giving you gifts. Like they'd rather
Exactly.
want to spend time with you, be in your presence, breathe your freaking air, than give you a care package.
I'm fine with that, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. It needs to be according to the culture in your, or the way you say it, love language.
Yeah.
It needs to be a part of the culture of your relationship. Just decided, oh, that seems to be what people are doing for their girlfriends these days. Let me start doing it. Like, I hate trend following, bro.
It's not gonna last though, because you're just doing it right now, because you see it right now. And then what?
Yeah. I just wanted to vent the things that I hate, because I hate a lot of things.
eWallet, Raccoons.
Anyways, I got no more topics. I don't know what you guys want to do.
I know, you ready to sign out?
I'm ready to sign
Got some
out.
shout outs.
Nah, that's been episode 25, quarter to 100 episode of your girlfriend's favorite podcast. From me, Sizzle the Saint, I bid you adieu.
Shout out, I have a shout out to my late sister. Today would have been her 40-something birthday. So yeah, love you lots, miss you lots, and yeah, we're thinking of you.
That's very beautiful.
Yeah, shout outs to my co-hosts. You guys keep me motivated. Shout outs to Addie. I got love for you, girl. Shout outs to Dirty Works for filming. And shout out to everyone out there who spreads positivity and good energy into the universe. We are South African YouTubers and podcasters. Please fuck with us because we fuck with you. We are out. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.